what deeply, fucking scarred me when I was a kid. So I had like 8 dogs growing up, and the reason I had so many dogs, I would go switch back and forth with dogs, was because, this is what happened. This is a really sad story. If you guys are ready for it.
I'm ready.
I'm in my bedroom. It's the one on the top floor. We're looking down into the yard. So at this point, my mom had like a plot of land after our house. So we had a backyard, and then we had a big plot of land, and we had a fence. So I'm like in my room, and I'm a very light sleeper. The window's open. If I hear something, I'm gonna wake up. Mm-hmm. I heard something touch the fence. I woke up. I look outside. This large, like massive dog. I don't know what breed it is. Jumped over the fence. I'm like, okay, cool. My dog is in his kennel. I'm like, okay, I don't know. But it's a puppy at the time. So I'm like, okay, this is kind of weird. It jumped. I'm like, okay, it's on the other side. It's not going to affect us anymore. 10, 15 minutes later, jumps over the fence, goes straight to the kennel, breaks the door open, and like just attacks my dog.
Oh, shit.
So I'm like screaming, crying. I'm like, oh my God, holy shit. Like, because I hear all the commotion. I hear the crying. I hear everything. And I go down to, I'm banging on my mom, like, Mom, there's a dog, like, there's a dog in our yard. She's like, what are you talking about? There's a dog in my yard. And go downstairs. She like makes me stay inside. She goes outside. The dog runs, leaves. I go after her, and all I see is like this bloody mess of just like dog's like dead. It's gone. It's dismembered.
What
like
kind of dog did you have?
It was we call him Zeus. He was like a mutt mixed. He was like kind of grayish whitish, like had a black head, but like the rest of the body was grayish whitish. And when I lost the dog that day, and I saw everything. I saw like all the stuff you're not supposed to see as a kid.
That's
all the bloody mess, and that was ridiculous. But yeah, that was what deeply traumatized me as a kid, I guess.
Do you feel like it like affected you?
I mean, it affected me in the way that every time we got a dog after that, it was just like I don't know how long this dog's gonna be here for. Just like I don't know, because we would go up to the neighbors and be like, hey, like your dog did this to us, and be like, oh no, it's not our dog, Our dog doesn't,
It's still fucking picking shit out.
Yeah.
It's like in the corner.
It's like, yeah, it kind of looks like.
Did you find out whose dog it was? Or was
no.
it like was it a coyote?
We have no, we don't have coyotes. It was in the Caribbean. We don't have coyotes in the Caribbean. I don't know that I know of. But we we have a suspicion. There was a family down the street who had like expensive, exotic, ferocious dogs. But they kept them in like a really big like cage. Like basically half the yard was a cage for the dogs. Yeah. That's how like
did
dangerous.
They like sell them or like breed them? Why do they have all the fucking dogs?
I don't know, bro. Maybe they did breed them, but these dogs like you would see them and like that scared the shit out of you. But we had a suspicion that maybe one of them broke out, but no one would own up to it. We sent out signs. We talked to the president, whoever represented the city at the time. Was like, hey, like this is a problem because this wasn't like this happened once, and after it happened like 3 more times.
Wait, to your other dogs?
To my other dogs.
Your dogs kept on getting killed?
They kept on getting killed by the same dog. We got a new dog.
Whoa.
It would be good for a couple weeks, probably a year. Then boom.
No, that's fucking
boom.
crazy.
I wake up in the middle of the night hearing screaming, crying, and I'm like, Mom, it's happening again.
That's straight up traumatizing.
Yeah, it is, bro.
Man.
Yeah, and then we just went through all these dogs. The last dog I had, his name was Frank. Frank. I think it was a Frank. It was like this. No, it wasn't Frank. It was
Calypso.
I don't know. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, let's try to guess the dog's name.
It was a white dog. We got him at Christmas, and we named him some name that was like Frosty. There we go, Frosty. Named Frosty because he was like a Jack Russell mixed with poodle. He looked kind of weird, so named Frosty, and he was white. So yeah, but I couldn't bring him to the States because there's a whole thing process. You have to go to my mom. Didn't just want to do it, so she gave him away.
Damn.
But yeah.
That's fucking crazy. And
right.
Man, fuck that neighbor. I have a similar story actually, but yeah, right. It's weird that I have a story that's even remotely similar. But back, because my dad's family, like most of them live in Georgia.
Yeah.
And we were out there playing. Like I was a kid. I was probably like, Tarik.
I'm so sorry.
Tarik.
Oh my God.
Tarik.
Be professional, man.
Sorry,
oh my
guys.
God.
My
I don't want to tell the story anymore.
It's a hot
mic.
I'm not gonna tell it. Yeah.
It's a hot mic, bro. You gotta be prepared.
Okay, so they lived in Georgia, and my dad and I would go out there to visit them every so often. And so I was out with my cousins. We were playing with one of those like model rocket things. Like you like pump it up and it just fucking like shoots up way in the sky. Whatever. Just like there was nothing else to do out there because it's like the middle of fucking nowhere, basically in the woods. And we were playing in like a field. There was like woods, and then there was like this big field that we were playing in. And okay, this is the crazy thing, because you guys have memories that the way that you remember it isn't actually how it happened.
Yeah.
But like that's just your memory of it, and your mind's just playing fucking tricks on you. Well, that's what this is for me, because my cousins all started freaking the fuck out. They're like, "Oh my god, like run!" And I look over, and what I saw was what it actually was was a fucking emu. Well, like an ostrich. Yeah, like a big ass fucking emu.
Oh,
and
shit.
It was running straight at us. But what I saw with my little stupid ass fucking like 7-year-old mind was Articuno from Pokemon. Yeah, that's the memory I have. It's just like Articuno in the fucking field. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't understand.
You get memories when you play Pokemon.
Yeah. I don't understand how the fuck.
I didn't know there was ostriches in Georgia.
Well, or emus,
emus,
but
right?
what it was, there was an emu farm. A guy, like the same thing as like the dogs.
I
Like
see.
some guy just had a bunch of emus in a fucking like
He was
cage or
breeding them?
field. Yeah, I guess, and selling
Fucking
them. Or
Articuno,
fucking
dude.
eating their eggs. Yeah. So what? So what ended up happening was we ran away. We ran away from this fucking bird, and we ran back into the house. But as we were running back in, the dog that we had there, his name was Simba. He was a golden retriever. Not a golden retriever. He was a yellow lab. He started running in the opposite direction towards the emu. And he fucking jumped up on the emu's back and started fucking like fucking this thing up. And no, he just chased it off. He just chased it off into the fucking like woods.
Oh, the emu was scared?
Yeah, the emu was scared because this dog was just fucking going nuts, and he was like just defending his fucking people.
That's
I guess.
amazing.
Yeah, it was cool. But then they disappeared, and they were gone for like an hour or two.
The dog as well?
Yeah, and I was crying. I'm like, oh my god, he's fucking dead. Like
Articuno got him.
Yeah, it fucking killed him. I was like, holy shit. Like everybody was so sad, and everybody was all somber. And then all of a sudden I'm like, Simba! I hear somebody yell, and he just fucking came back like nothing happened. Yeah.
King.
Never
That's
saw
king
that fucking
shit,
emu again.
Yeah, that really is king
Yeah.
shit.
Honestly. Yeah, so it kind of the opposite of your story, actually.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of fucked up, Daniel.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm glad
Sorry
he
that
came back though.
Yeah.
Shit, that's amazing. That's a good
cool dog.
idea.
You got hit by a car later on.
Fuck.
But
Shit.
yeah.
Bro, did you see it happen?
Yeah, I saw most of it happen. What?
No, like when your dog got hit by a car.
Oh no! I was in California. They were in Georgia.
I see.
I remember getting the call though. I remember getting the call.
Sad as shit.
Yeah, I was at school, and my dad called me. It was like a rainy day. It was like really
Man,
like,
that's
somber
like
outside.
setting
And
this
he called me.
mood.
He's like, "Hey, Daniel, like I just wanted to tell you, like Simba got hit by a car today, and he didn't make it." I'm like, like no, not Simba.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a dog named Sarah, and I saw her got hit by a car.
You saw it?
I saw it.
Dude, what?
Right?
Tarik,
I
how
was being
many?
traumatized as a fucking
dogs.
kid, bro.
Yeah.
So I was on my, I remember this because the night before I had a headache, and she like came behind me and like let me rest my head on her like on her stomach, and I was like, oh, beautiful dog, love you. And the next day I was like on my balcony, the guest room balcony, and I'm like looking down to the street. I'm just chilling, simping as I would do as a 8-year-old, watching the street. The gate starts opening. I'm like, oh shit, like why is the gate opening? So apparently my mom wasn't coming home at the time, but so our gate would like glitch. So at moments it would just open, like the sensor would glitch. So like it thought a car was coming in. So this gate started opening. I'm like, oh fuck, like the gate's opening and like whatever, Then I see Sarah like start going out towards the street. I'm like, oh no, Sarah, like no. I'm like, what are you doing? And then she like literally goes on the street. This blue SUV was going like 80 down a residential area street.
Man, fuck that
came. That was the end of it. And I literally just saw it happen. And I was like, oh, fuck. I tried to look to see the license plate. I couldn't. And I just saw it happen. I heard the screams, and I knew exactly what happened. And I was just like, oh, fuck. Then we went downstairs, and then so I just saw her. And we literally just picked her up. And, like, I picked her up. I picked up her up, like, her dead body. And I brought it back inside. And I was just like trying to wake her up. Like, I said, like, wake up. Like, Sarah, come on. Like, let's, like, like, are you okay? Like, but like her entire body was just flat, like how it just flattens out.
That's fucking crazy.
So,
And she was gone.
Yeah, she was gone. We buried her like that same day.
Damn.
It was terrifying. But anyways,
Tarik, you've been through some shit.
Yeah, honestly.
It's okay.
I'm gonna get you a dog, Tarik. I'm
No,
gonna
I
get, but
don't
I'm gonna
want-
get you a
I
little
don't
lap
want-
dog that
Hey.
just stays in the house all the time and you take care of it.
Hey,
Bet,
so
bet.
how is Caribbean life?
Oh my gosh, bro. Okay.
Do you miss it?
I do miss the Caribbean life. I do, although I do understand like the reason for me being here and like why it's important that I got this opportunity to be in like a different country, because it's just hard for it to get to that level, you know. But it was beautiful. Like if you have money and you're well off, it's an amazing lifestyle. But the reality of the situation is that not many people are like that, and we're kind of suffering as a country. But the only way we make money is off of tourism, which is not the best. But it's beautiful. Like I live 3 minutes from the beach. I would walk to the beach. I could walk to the beach anyway. Like any day, I could just walk there, and we'll go surfing sometimes. My mom like knew some guys who own jet skis. I never went. I went on one once, and I was scared for my life. So never did that shit again.
Terrifying.
But yeah, and then yeah, it was pretty nice. It's beautiful. The culture, the food, the people like just know how to celebrate life in a different sense. And I think it's similar for different like island countries, or for like cultures that had like struggle, I guess, like are not on the top. Like a lot of minority cultures, you can see the similarities in like food, and then like the way they, like we talk, and then certain things like the way it's like a community together instead of like an apart thing, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So how big was the island? Was it like driving?
67 square miles wide.
67 square. I have no frame
Yeah,
That's pretty big.
127 square miles.
Yeah, that's
like, the population was 190,000 the last time I went there.
Damn. When was the last time you were there?
2018, 17. Yeah, something like that. Beautiful. I miss it though. After Rona's done, dipping. You guys gonna see me for a couple months.
You're gonna go back?
I'm gonna go back and see my mom, and be able to spend time with her as an adult and see the island as an adult. Cause like I left there when I was like 15, you know.
Yeah.
Never got to like drink with anybody or like because when this you have to grow when the drinking age there is 18, and everybody else grew up and like had the experience of like getting drunk at a fete or a party and like experiencing island life as an adult, and smoking weed and doing all that stuff there, and I just never got to do that because I was here. But the fact of the matter is like a lot of people don't get the opportunity to like leave and start something better. It's hard. You either stay there, you get a job in the tourism or something else. So you either get a degree and then go back there and get paid less. So what happens is people will come to the U.S., get a degree, and stay here, get married here because the money is just better. And yeah, there's just more things you could do. But yeah, that's a fact of the matter. But it's a beautiful place to grow up. I would want my kids to grow up there. Just the freedom to do anything that to just walk on the beach and whatever, like go hiking in the forest if you want. It's just like things like that. I could just do it, and I just yeah, life is beautiful.